this is Noreen from Joy of Cards, and this is another card class video. So if you are interested in doing a card class, it's all online, it's all used die cuts, and go ahead and go to joyofcards.com and write me a message, or go to Noreen, Noreen, at joyofcards.com. So let's get started. So this card is kind of easy. So what you're going to get in your packet are a bunch of your materials here. The first one is your card base. It's a 5.5 by 4.25 in petal pink, and we're going to go ahead and do the inside first. So you're also going to get this beautiful piece of paper, and this is the Coastal Cabana, and go ahead and snail this on. So you will need snail, you will need a fine tip glue. The Stampin' Up one is the best one, and a silicone craft sheet so you don't get glue all over your work surface. So let's go ahead and put this card base in. You're also going to get a rectangle cut here and snail that up, and you're going to put it all the way to the right in the middle. Okay, and then you're going to get this really pretty piece, and this is in the Wild Rose set. And we're going to go ahead and take our fine tip glue, and we're going to glue this real quick. And you want to get all the little pieces, and you don't want to use snail. If you use snail, all that webbing is going to be between the flowers here, and your card will stick together when you open and close it. So don't use that. That's why I'm using the fine tip glue. And this Stampin' Up fine tip glue is great because, you know, it's glue, and this tip, you know, it can get clogged up, but not like the others. This one, the lid has a pin in it, and you can really work it through, and it's not a problem. I haven't had any issues with it, unlike the ones I've gotten at like the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. That glue is just awful. So, and also I would get some tweezers as well, so you don't have to touch the glue parts. And let's go ahead and put that in the middle like so. And that's the inside of the card, so that's really easy. Now, the front of the card, let's go in steps here. Another piece you're going to get is this one, and what I've done, and I've done this for you, it's actually two pieces, and I cut the flowers off the Coastal Cabana piece, and then I glued it on. So I went ahead and did that for you because every piece of paper is going to be a little different. So now I'm going to put on this trim. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's trim right here. So I've given you a bunch of trim here included. It's all pre-cut, of course. And what you're going to do now, this measurement is going across is 4 1/8, and then the length is 5 3/8. So you really want to get this trim on really snug. You just want the very tips of the trim to show, because we don't want it wider than the card. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, and you can take your snail, because that's the best part, and just snail all 4 sides. And then take your trim, like I said, and make sure there's a front and a back. So you want the front to go down, and just take it, and you can leave a little gap here because you want to have enough to go across, and just have that shortest loop peek out. So you don't want it up too high because it'll make the card too wide. Okay. And when you get to the end of this particular row, you're going to need to cut some off. So go ahead, and you're also going to need some scissors here, and take this and cut that off. Okay, so I'm going to do all the way around, and I'll be right back. So now you've got your trim on all the way around. What we're going to do is take the butterfly that's included, and take your fine tip glue, and just glue a little bit. Try not to put too much glue on, it'll squeeze out the sides. And then affix your butterfly, and then take the sentiment piece. Now they're blank because I cannot pre-stamp something and send it out. It'll break my Stampin' Up contract. So you can take whatever stamp, you know, happy birthday or whatever, and put it in here. So go ahead and snail that up and put it on the bottom of your card. Okay, and now the fun part. So in your kit, you're gonna get a million little choices of flowers. So we're gonna go ahead and dump them all out here. And the first thing that I would do, so you know what you've got, is I would separate all the flowers. I put all the big flowers over here and the tulip ones. Now there's two different sizes of tulips. There's a large and a small. Here's the small version of the other little flower. So I would take a few minutes and just sort them all out and see what you got. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. So now I've got all my little flowers sorted out. So the large tulips, a small, and you've got a big, a medium, and a small little regular flower. So now what I've done in my card is I double layered them. So I'm going to take like a big tulip and I'm going to put the dark on the bottom, and I'm going to grab one of the large tulip bases here and put a little glue on it, and grab my tweezers and put this on like this. And then I'm going to grab a small tulip and decide which color I want so I can look, you know, at them prior to. I'm going to go ahead and put this one on and put it in my tweezers, put a little glue on here. And that's how I'm doing that. And then a large flower, I'm going to grab this one here. Now there's only one large flower, so I'm going to put the little glue on it. I'm going to grab the flower, and you kind of have to figure out which way it's supposed to go. Okay, there's the large flower. Now I could leave it like that if I want, but I'm going to put another one. And then I can even put, maybe I can put like 3. So let's see what that looks like first. Yeah, and then, yeah, you know what? Maybe I will do 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and put glue on my flower. Grab this in my tweezers, and I'm going to offset this one. Okay, and then I'm going to put a third one. So you can get as creative as you want. So, you know, it's entirely up to you. Oh, where'd my little flower go? And then put this in my tweezers, and I'm going to offset that again. So that one I made a triple because you got plenty of flowers. So I'm going to fill in the rest of my flowers, and I'll be right back. So here is the finished piece with all the little flowers, and you have lots of little flowers extra you can use on something else. So also I'm going to give you some pearls. So you could take your pearls and put them in like the little holes. Just kind of wiggle them around until they slip into the right spot. And that. And they're tiny little puppies, so I just put my fingernail like underneath and then just kind of guesstimate where that hole is. Now that you've got all the pearls and all the flowers done, you also get a piece of white cardstock, and go ahead and snail that up. And you want to affix it onto your card base like so. And this is going to be the background for the flowers. So you do that, and then let's snail this up again. And you're going to take your piece and put it on. Make sure that you don't snail through your circle. And if you don't want your little flowers popping up, go ahead and take your fine tip glue, put it on the back of the flower, and then just put that flower down and hold it there. And get another flower and put a little glue on the back and hold that down. Another flower, hold that down. Another flower, hold that down. And that's it. That's the card. So If you're interested in doing an online card class, go to joyacards.com and send a comment, or you can email me at noreen@joyacards.com. So there's lots of perks to becoming somebody who does a card class. So anyway, that'll do. Thanks. Bye.